Hey family, welcome back to the channel. Today I have an update with regard to Married to Medicine. Now, Married to Medicine has been off the air for a few months now, but they are ramping up to make their debut back either late spring or early summer, okay? And this is some very exciting news, okay? There have been mumblings around the social media streets that Dr. Gregory Lunceford is making his way back to Married to Medicine. That is right. Dr. G is making his way back onto our favorite TV screens and coming back to Bravo. And he has a new lady by his side. If you don't know who Dr. G is, he was is the ex-husband rather of Miss Quad Webb. She is one of the firecrackers, one of the OGs of Married to Medicine. And she and Dr. G's divorce and marital issues had taken definitely front row seats on Married to Medicine. Now, this article does come from All About the Tea. And it does involve Dr. Simone Whitmore. And the title of it reads, Dr. Simone Whitmore betrays Quad Webb by pushing producers to bring Dr. Gregory and his new wife on Married to Medicine. Now, in some of the clips that you can see floating around, you do see Dr. G seemingly looking a lot more happy than he was with Miss Quad, okay? Miss Quad, she got it, but she ain't got her ex-husband anymore. And that's by design. She didn't want him anyway. But it's so happy, it's so good, rather, to see him smiling because, like I just mentioned, he's been a jovial guy, but we've never seen this bright of a smile coming from him, you know? And his beautiful fiance, or I don't even know if they're married, but I think they're engaged to be married. But his fiance or his wife, she's beautiful nonetheless. She's a lot younger than him and Quad. And, it's just great to see him back in the dating field or back married in a committed or serious relationship with somebody who seems to match his fly and his vibe, okay? We know that him and Miss Quad had their own, quite the tumultuous relationship, I would say, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you would say that as well. So it's good to see that he's back in good graces, smiling, and possibly coming back to our screens with his beautiful wife or fiance by his side. Now, what I don't like is the fact that Dr. Simone, if this headline is true, right? Her betraying Miss Quad by bringing them back onto the show. I mean, that's just what Dr. Simone does, okay? She throws the rock, hides her hand, and she's very much like wishy-washy, okay? She goes whichever way the wind blows. Dr. Heavenly has stated that she and Dr. Jackie, okay, their relationship has definitely taken a turn, even though they're back on the up, but it's not what it once was. And the consensus overall is just that Dr. Simone is very flaky, okay? So I hope that she is not jeopardizing the relationship that she had with Miss Quad just because, she favors Dr. G, and she's ultimately, I believe, trying to stick it to Miss Quad, because if you recall from the latest season of Married to Medicine, she and Quad did not see eye to eye, and they have not been seeing eye to eye for quite some time, okay? So let me go ahead and just continue on with this article, and then I'll go ahead and get us out of here, okay? So it reads, Season 10 of Married to Medicine is currently being filmed, and you can expect to see some new and familiar old faces in the upcoming edition of the Bravo reality series. Married to Medicine stars Dr. Simone Whitmore and her husband, Cecil Whitmore, attended a dinner party on Sunday, February 5th, hosted by Dr. Gregory Lunceford and his fiancée, Tisha. Apparently, Dr. G's future wife knows her way around the kitchen and cooked up a spectacular Sunday dinner for her guests. Dr. Simone took to Instagram to share photos from the dinner party, which you can see here. She captioned the post, a night of fun and talking. She used the hashtags Married to Med, Get Ready, TF, and Just When You Thought. In the photo, Dr. Gregory and Tisha are seen in a tight embrace, and they're all smiles. He looks very happy since divorcing his ex-wife, Quad Webb. So, yeah, guys, very shady stuff going on here, especially with Tisha commenting under Dr. Simone's post, chilling and cooking in my own damn house on a Sunday. Nothing like having friends over to make them a low vibrational plate. Dr. Simone then responded, and we enjoyed every moment. You are an amazing chef. Now, also in attendance for Tisha and Dr. G's dinner party were Atlanta locals Lavette Woodson and Iran Payton. Married to Medicine chronicled Quad Webb and Dr. Gregory Lunceford's life as newlyweds in Season 1 and their attempt to work through their relationship issues before ultimately deciding to go their separate ways in Season 6. Their divorce was finalized in 2019. Now, before the divorce was finalized, Dr. G blew the lid off the former couple's marriage as he accused Quad of faking their marriage before Bravo TV cameras. During an interview with V103 Atlanta back in 2018, he said, "She moved out of the bedroom a few years ago. She never did anything marital," Dr. Greg began. "She had severe withdrawal from her marriage as early as 2014. Now, the psychiatrist revealed that he was navigating a sexless marriage. "We were not having sex," Dr. G commented, adding that the lack of intimacy was very embarrassing. In 2018, All About the Tea exclusively exposed an affair Dr. Gregory had with the Atlanta nurse Jackie Presley, which ultimately led to the dissolution of the former couple's marriage. After the couple's divorce was finalized, Dr. Gregory did not return to Married to Medicine for another season, but maintained friendships with cast members Dr. Simone Whitmore and her husband Cecil, in addition to Dr. Jackie Walters and her spouse Curtis Berry. By the conclusion of season 9, Dr. Simone and Quad's friendship was on shaky grounds as the women did not see eye to eye on many issues throughout the season. This is why some Married to Medicine fans feel Simone's Instagram post with Dr. G and his fiance was messy and shady towards Quad. One person can be seen writing, "Why y'all hating on Quad? Did y'all not see the same season I saw of him acting a complete donkey with her, and on top of that, he cheated? I see how quickly y'all forget." Another person noted, "Messy, period." Now, on the contrary, some of Simone's IG followers support the couple's new relationship. A person responded, "Y'all saying this is messy, but Quad is not thinking of Dr. G, and Dr. G is not thinking of Quad. They both have moved on from the divorce and clearly have things they are focused on. Find something else to do instead of fighting the comments of somebody you don't know about for real, about something you have no idea about besides the one little camera view." Now, as reported, Real Housewives of Atlanta alum Phaedra Parks is joining Married to Medicine for season 10. The news was confirmed by Married to Medicine star Dr. Heavenly Kimes, who is happy to welcome her friend to the cast. Phaedra revealed that she's dating a doctor while speaking on a panel at BravoCon 2022. Okay, guys. So that is the article from All About the Tea, and I just want to jog you all's memory. Now, if you guys go back to season 1, okay, of Married to Medicine, Dr. G and Quad really just blew up the spot when it came to their relationship, okay? I feel like that is a major reason as to why she and Toya cannot seem to get on a good footing, because Dr. G and Quad were, slated to get married, and then he called the wedding off and texted everybody that was coming to the wedding that had RSVP'd, with the exception of Quad, to let them know that there would be no wedding, and that's just it. So everybody knew that the wedding was off except for Quad, okay? And with Toya bringing that information to the show, it kind of, I think things just snowballed for Quad and Dr. G after that. It was definitely difficult for them, in my opinion, to continue to keep up appearances. Now, I will say Quad, in my opinion, she should not have. I don't think that is something that you should have brought to the show. Now, granted, it may have come out at any given time, but you don't always have to address things, right? But, she was new to the reality TV scene, doesn't really know the ins and outs and, the protocol, so to speak. So I could see why things took a left, and why she gave it entertainment, or why she gave it energy, rather. But yeah, looking at the pictures, I like Dr. G and his fiance Tisha. Like I said, the chemistry between the two of them just seems so organic now. Dr. G and Quad had a friendship, a real friendship, but in my opinion, just the laughter and the camaraderie that they shared was platonic. It was kind of like homeboy and homegirl. I think Dr. G was more into Quad than she was into him, okay? And I don't want to sound disrespectful for saying this, but this is just my honest opinion. I believe that Quad married Dr. G for a status, okay? And everything that Mariah Hook said about her was true. Now, Mariah is definitely a villain, because you don't always have to say things that come to your mouth, like Robin Dixon, read the room. You don't always have to just speak on things. Have some class, have some couth, especially if that was your best friend, okay? But yeah, it's not about Quad, it's not about Mariah, it's all about Dr. G making his return back to Married to Medicine, and I really, really hope so, because especially with Phaedra Parks joining the cast, this is definitely what the Married to Medicine viewers needed, and definitely what the cast needed in order to kind of shake some things up, because everything was getting stale and mundane. We were so sick and tired of y'all talking about Dr. Heavenly and her YouTube channel, Anila and the robberies, okay, boring. Sick and tired of hearing about Toya and Eugene's moving every season. Sick and tired of hearing about, well, really, what the hell do Dr. Simone got going on? Really, nothing, really. And Dr. Jackie, I mean, she's always going to be, you know, the creme de la creme in my opinion, because she is the people's doctor. She is the women's doctor. She is the doctor, right? The celebrity doctor in Atlanta. And so, yeah, I definitely think that this shakeup was what the cast of Married to Medicine needed. So let me know what you all feel about this. Are you excited about Dr. G's return? Are you excited about Phaedra joining the cast? What do you think that she's going to bring to the show? And are you ready for season 10? Like, this is season 10, 10 years since the original airing of Married to Medicine. Like, I feel like an OG for real. I've been watching reality TV since Real Housewives of Atlanta aired in 2008, okay? It's had me in a chokehold ever since then. So I'm anxious to see and hear what you all's thoughts are. Drop down in the comments and let me know. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel and share with your friends. Also, thank you all for your viewership. I totally appreciate it, and happy Friday.